Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. Today I am super excited to let you know about a new cheesy freebie. We've had these in the past. This is a brand new one for the holidays. Cheesin's Greetings, free with your $50 purchase at Trinity Stamps while supplies last, limit one per person. So this is the set right here. There's 2 stamps and 2 dies that you're gonna get for free, automatically gonna go into your cart when it reaches $50. Now, if you're not familiar with the cheesy freebies, here's a few of the others that I have from the previous years that we've had them. And once they're gone, they're gone. You can't get them again while supplies last type of thing. So I wanted to show you those. But if you love them and you love these and you weren't able to get them, I have a solution for you. I'm going to show you that before we make our card today. Then also we have this new festivities set that you can turn our great greater greatest cheese and greater into a Christmas scene. And then we have extra cheese. So all of our cheesy freebies are included here, but they are flipped. And you can use those for Christmas as well with the festivities add-ons. So there's lots of cheesy things you can play with from Trinity Stamps, and if you're in love with it, there's more. This is the Brilliant Sentiment set, all cheesy sayings. We have a die set that makes a grater and cheese and die cut words that you can use with the word great. We have a cheese background. I'll be using that today. And then we have a tiny mouse if you want to put that with your cheese. So lots of cheesy goodness, but we're going to focus on Cheesin's Greetings today so I can give you some inspiration with this new set that you're about to get for free. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to stamp out just the cheese for now because I think I'm going to put my sentiment on a colored piece of cardstock. So I'm stamping that on some Olo paper because I'm loving my Olo markers right now. So I'm using that to color on and it works great. I'm going to color these very, very simply. They're small pieces, so they're really easy to color. And I love that, just to keep it simple. 2 shades of alcohol markers. And of course, you could color this with whatever your favorite coloring medium is and make it really whatever kind of cheese you want. And you'd be surprised how easy it is to pair yellow and like cheese colors with Christmas. This is the second Christmassy cheesy card I have made because I did use that festivities set to create a Christmas card with the extra cheese images. So that is really fun to put like a Santa hat on, a wintry hat. There's even some antlers, which I am going to use. I will show you that set in today's video too. So for the bottom and the middle cheese, I feel like these are the ones that might have a wax wrap around them. And so that's how I am coloring these red. It's that waxy part. And then I thought these would be really cute. Like somebody would make a little cheese platter, a little charcuterie, if you will, for a holiday party, and then kind of decorate up the plate. Like this has lights around it, it has the star, some ornaments. I just think it's really, really fun. So I love it. I think it's, I don't know, really different than anything else you could send during the holidays, right? Who else is sending cheesy Christmas cards? Okay, so I colored that up and then I'm using my white gel pen to give it some highlights. And then I have glaze pens and I thought, let's put a little glaze on the ornament or the lights themselves. So I am going to do that as well. But you can see those white highlights make all the difference. Now, here's the thing I did not realize because it comes out clear. I thought it was a clear glaze pen. My mistake, it's a white glaze pen. It'll dry white, and so my lights are not going to be red when all is said and done. I really liked this look right when I first put the glaze on. I was like, yes, that looks so amazing. But yeah, they turn white. But a lot of people use white fairy lights, right? So that's what I'm going with. We're going to keep it. I also have a black glaze pen. I have heard that they since have retired the black glaze pen. And I thought it'd be nice to have their eyes be nice and shiny. But you want to make sure that's very dry before you run it through your die machine so that you don't transfer any of that glaze pen onto your plates, and then it's going to dull it out and like just completely reverse what you've done. All right, so now I have the Arch Frames die set, and it's also a shape card. You can do an arch shape card with this that's about a 5x7 size. And I saw one of our team members, Larissa, do a cloche with this and the new add-on, the snow globe add-on for the circle shape card. And I had to do it. So I die cut out 2 of those arches at the same time to create an open arch, because this is also going to be a shaker card. And then I have the base for the snow globe. That'll be the base for this cloche. I am going to put a little hill on the inside, or a little, it's just something to set my little cheese on. And I'm just collecting all the pieces I'm going to need for my little scene. And I think it's just fun to create something unexpected, but also like you kind of expect to see a scene inside of a shaker, right? Like this. So that's what I'm doing. I also brought in the holiday wreath set and added some holly and berries to the base. And then I'll do my sentiment with red paper, white ink. No, I think I'm gonna use clear ink. Yeah, and white powder and emboss this. It's a very thin and small sentiment, so you want to stamp very carefully with this. And then you'll get all your letters and they won't be like pressed out, you know, like they kind of get fat or double lined if you press too hard. So you want to just be gentle with this, and then emboss that. And there is a coordinating die for the sentiment as well. So it's going to bubble cut right around this for you. So you've got 2 stamps, the sentiment, the image, and then you have 2 dies that cut both of those out. And those are the things you're getting for free. I love it that you're getting both dies. I think it's the first Cheesy Freebie that is a 2-piece die set. So that's cool. All right, we're going to set that onto the base as well. But before I could put this all together, I really wanted to give some shading to my die cut. So I brought in some ink here, and this is cracked pistachio I'm using, with my shading sidekick brush, and just dusting up the edge of those trees to kind of give them a little bit more life. I love that there's 3 different sizes of the trees in here, and they would go with so many scenes. Such a good die set. I will have all the things linked for you in the description box below if you're interested in these other dies that I'm showing you, because there's a lot of good ones I pulled in for this. Yeah, also that bow at the top of my cloche, that is also from the new holiday wreath, which is an add-on die set for a circle shape card. But also you could use the wreath not on the circle shape card. So it's very versatile that way. And I like when you have something that's made specifically for one die set that you could also use it another way. So it's a great bow. It's like 2 layers on top, and then the strings hanging down. So good. All right, so I'm adding the berries onto my holly, which I also added color to. Now, if you're wondering about my one painted fingernail, I was trying out a new polish. I have yet to put all the polish on because there was too much cooking and cleaning going on for Thanksgiving, and I was like, after that. So I actually have made a bunch of videos with my one fingernail painted. Sorry if that's distracting. Oh, yeah. All right, so there we have it. Cheesin's greetings, and we can start putting our pieces together to create a shaker now. So once you start shading things, it's really hard to know where to stop. So I'm also shading the frame, which you can see I die cut from some light blue cardstock. Now, when you're making a shaker card, you need to have not only a window, but you also need to have some depth. You need to be able to raise up that window to create space for your shaker elements. And there's a couple different ways you can do that. I'm going to use multiple die cuts to do that this time, but you could also use foam tape. It's just really whatever your personal preference is. I think I did 8 of these. I don't know, scrap paper, lightweight chipboard, whatever you like to use. Also, I am going to use that largest arch to do the window sheet. So I put all of the white arches together to kind of create one thick piece. And then I'm adding the window sheet to the back of that light blue arch, and just being really careful to get that lined up as best as I can. And then the window can now go on top of the stacked frames. But I also need a back panel, something to put all my pieces on and complete the scene. So this is our Starfield letterpress plate, or yeah, a press plate if you want. And these work really great for hot foiling. So I'm using some speckled, oh, what's the name of it? I always forget the name of this. It's silver with speckles. Yeah, and I'm putting that on my hot foil machine, heating that up, and then once it's heated, I can run it through my die machine, and then I get these like sparkles, and you get little dots, and it works great for an outer space background. I've done a bunch of videos with that, but it also, I thought, looked great as a snowy scene. So again, we're getting more uses out of our plates than just the one it was intended for, and that makes me so happy. I'm just adding a little bit of tumbled glass on here, very lightly, very subtle. I do like a sky that's darker in some spots and lighter in other spots. So that's why it looks the way that it does. I cut that out with the largest arch of the ones that I'm using for this card. And then I'm gonna add that white glitter little mound at the bottom. I guess it could be, it doesn't have to be snow, but that's kind of what I was intending it to be. You could actually do something different and have it be like a table, but I thought a little scene for this was really cute. All right, so then it's time to add on the trees, and I'm just going to tuck them ever so slightly behind that hill and let them stick up above and around my little plate of cheese. It's so cute. I did color the star so it looked a little bit gold, like kind of use some really dark Y markers for that and add a little highlight, and it looks metallic. I love it. Okay, now I'm going to create my own shaker mix. I love doing this. So I have some clay bits that are cheese. I have the orange sparkle spots. So good. And then I have some shaker pop beads that are really light yellow with a little iridescent shine. That's my mix. Isn't it cute? It's so fun. I think I did get a little bit too much of shaker mix because when the shaker bits are down at the bottom, you can't really see the plate that the cheese is sitting on, but when you shake it, you can. So it's kind of like a shake and reveal, which I do love those kind of shakers. All right, so now I can add my framed window to the top of my background, and I'm gonna really let that dry. So I put a heavy block on top of it and I let it sit while I did some other parts of my card, like put this bow together. You can see those two pieces layered up is so cute. And there's even a die that creates the little rounded square for the center. And then we've got our two pieces that are the tails of the bow. And what's really cool about the tails is you could reverse these. They're kind of facing in, but you could kind of have them facing out too. So however you wanted to do your bow. I put that at the top of my cloche with a glue dot, and there's my cheesy shaker. I love it. Now, every day since Wednesday until Sunday on the Trinity Stamps Instagram page, we're going to be sharing more ideas with this cheesy freebie from our other design team members. So make sure you check out our Instagram. It's at Trinity Stamps LLC if you want to come find us. I share on Instagram daily on the Trinity Stamps page, so you can see lots of inspiration there, and we have some fabulous designers on our team, so make sure you check us out on Instagram. Okay, now I am doing a background for my card. I started with Cracked Pistachio, and Lucky Clover is the darker of the two colors. I'm gonna have these overlap in the middle, approximately the middle, and kind of blend together. I love these two shades of green for Christmas. It's a little bit minty. So good. So what I'm trying to do is create a bokeh background, which the cheese stencil, background stencil, is great for that. And you know, that's maybe the theme of this video, is getting more uses out of your stamps, dies, and products. So this cheese stencil, yes, you can make a cheesy background, but you can also use it to create a bokeh background. Now, I love making my own backgrounds. I love splatter, but you can do the bokeh background without adding the splatter part if you're not into splatter. I'm going to do all the splatter though, because that's my favorite. All right, so I am even using the ink left over on my mat to splatter. When all that's dry, I am taking a sponge. Now, typically, I use my Trinity Stamps blending buddy brushes. They're my favorite, but I'm not ink blending here. I need to pounce this color on instead of blend it, because if I do rub back and forth over the top of it, I could risk turning my white ink a little bit green. So I just need to set that down, that ink down on the paper, and move on. And I'm actually just holding this down with my hands because my paper is like the same size, and you want this to be a little bit translucent. Even if one side of the circle is darker than the other side of the circle, that's a great look for this bokeh type background. So I'm just going to rotate my paper and do the other half. And I made this much bigger than what I need. The card I'm making today is actually A7 size. So that's a 5x7 card. So my paper that I'm making my background on is actually half a sheet of cardstock. So 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm going to use a rectangle die to cut out the portion of this that I want. All right, so now I'm doing white splatter. I just sprayed my stencil to clean it off and use that ink to splatter on here I just love splatter. So that's what I'm doing. And a lot of this background is going to be covered up. So it's really okay to do a lot of splatter because if you're like me and you love splatter, once you start, it's really hard to stop. And I always like to have a shimmery layer of splatter. So this is Perfect Pearls. I hadn't used it in a while, so I thought it's time to break it out. It's a little powder. You need a dot of it, and you mix it with water, splatter it on with a paintbrush, and it's so good. I am finishing up my splatter there with a scraggly paintbrush, which allows me to get like a mist of splatter over it that's only visible like when you turn the card in the light. I love that. All right, so now I'm using the die to cut this out. My paper has dried. I want to make sure that it's dry before I do any die cutting. And then I took the second to the largest of these A7 rectangle dies and cut this out. Now these are modern embossed dies, so it's going to give an etched line into the edge of my paper, just like the arches have the etched line. So that's why I wanted to use those dies versus just cutting it with a paper cutter. Okay, let's put all the things onto the card. So we've got the base and the cloche I'm gluing down. I did actually pop up the base because my shaker is so thick, I wanted the base to be at roughly the same height. Okay, let's bring in some extra cheese. I am going to take this little guy right here. I don't know what kind of, he's a Swiss cheese. He's definitely Swiss cheese. And I'm going to give him some antlers. I thought about adding the reindeer nose, but it just didn't seem to fit his face. So I'm going to put a little red bow at the bottom too. And then I was like, nah, I really want to do something on the inside. So I stamped another cheese that I thought would be wrapped, and I wanted to put the Santa hat on him, but the Santa hat goes the wrong way. So I brought out this clear acrylic, no, it's like photopolymer, but just blank, and you use it for reverse stamping. And so I'm going to reverse the hat. Now, usually when I do this, it's going to come out a little bit light, and I just trace over it with a black liner pen. So everything's been colored and die cut out and assembled. And you can see there I've got my cheese with his antlers and his little bow. Just something fun on the outside of that card to give it extra character. All right, so on the inside, I am adding from the festivities, we wish you a Merry Swissmas. I have to say these punny things slow the first time. And then I added my cute little block of cheese with the hat down there at the bottom. So the fun just continues when you open the card. And I love the Cheesy Freebies because they have different sentiments than our brilliant sentiments. So I'm actually going to pull that out, and I'm going to stamp the back of my card. There was something on my stamp. I'm really sad I did not see it, but this says a handmade curd just for you. Curd. I love it. So then there's like this little cottage cheese stamp, and so I stamped that right above it. Isn't that fun? So these sentiments that were with the former Cheesy Freebies are not found anywhere else. So if you have them, use them. You're among the lucky ones because you've got those extra sentiments. All right, make sure when you go to Trinity Stamps to get your Cheesy Freebie, you are shopping the Black Friday sale, which goes until December 3rd. All the details can be found on the website for the Cheesy Freebie and the Black Friday sale. And I hope that you find some fabulous deals, and make sure if you're new here to subscribe to our channel because we have new videos for you several times a week. So I'll see you all again very soon on the next one. Happy stamping. Bye.